Okay, so welcome again. I am Jane. I'm one of the academic advisors, and I am here to talk to you today to get you excited about starting your B.Ed next year and to share some information with you. So basically, I work in the undergrad student services office along with Teresa, who's here with me today as well. So we are in 128 Winters College. That's our permanent residence. We've just had it renovated. So we've been over in Data Lake for the last, I don't know, 6-8 months. So we're moving back to Winters next week. So if you want to come and see us, we'll be in Winters College starting next week in room 128. And we're very excited to be going back there. So today, what I'm going to be sharing with you is some information about what we can offer to you as your support in the program. So we're the advisors, and we'll help you throughout the progression of your 2 years of your B.Ed program. Again, our location is 128 Winters College. Our email address, osp@edu.yorku.ca. And basically what we do in our office is we are involved with recruiting applicants to our B.Ed program. We take care of admission assessment. We do advising, so big group sessions like this one today. We also do one-on-one sessions every Tuesday and Thursday, which you can book for yourselves to come and have a one-on-one through Zoom. And also we do petitions review and the OCT recommendation, which is what happens at the end of your B.Ed program. So we wanted you to keep connected with us prior to your year one. So that there's a link there that shows you how to book an advising appointment if you would like to do one any Tuesday or Thursday. And also we're always welcoming you if you want to do a walk-in and ask a question anytime. We're there Monday to Friday. And walk in, or you can call us or send us an email. We're always here to answer your questions. So one of the questions, a very important question, is, am I eligible to move in and start this B.Ed program next fall? So to make you eligible to do that, we first wanted you to take that one course in your first year. Some of you might have done it in your second year, but typically in the first year of your undergrad, you would have taken EDUC 1000. And that was sort of an anchor course to get you excited about our B.Ed program. And you needed to have received a minimum grade of a C+ in that course to be eligible to start your B.Ed program. You also need to have in your undergrad, your overall GPA needs to be a minimum of a 5.0 as well, which is a C+ by May 2023. And we don't want you to have more than 12 credits remaining in your undergrad before you start the B.Ed program. So it's okay if there's 12 credits remaining in your undergrad. That will allow you to start your B.Ed next fall. But if you have more than 12 credits, then we would prefer that you just go back, complete those credits, and then start with us the following year. For JI and IS teacher candidates, it's also important that you have a minimum C+ within your teachables. So for JI, you have one teachable. So based on the 24 credits for that teachable, needs to be a minimum C+, and as well for IS, based on the 36 credits in your first and 18 in your second, you need to have a C+ as well. So we want you to be strong in your subject area. So the teaching levels that you will be able to let us know that you're interested in, you have to choose one of these 3 choices. So there's primary junior, which is JK to grade 6, and there are no teaching subjects required. There's junior intermediate, which is grades 4 to 10. You have one teaching subject in JI, and that one teaching subject is made up of 24 credits in that one subject area. And for intermediate senior, there's 2 teaching subjects. The first one, you need to have 36 credits, and in your second, you need 18 credits. So some of you today may be Glendon B.Ed students, and if that is the case, I can go through these slides a little bit, but not into too much detail. Mark Powell, the Glendon B.Ed advisor, is hosting drop-in sessions this week, so you would have received information about those. So we would like you to attend one of the sessions that he's hosting to ask and get more detailed information about your Glendon B.Ed program. So for Glendon B.Ed, primary, junior, junior intermediate, intermediate, senior, those are also available to you. But for JI, FSL needs to be your teachable. So you don't get to choose any teachable at JI. It will automatically be French as a second language. And for intermediate senior, your first teachable, all of you will have French as a first teachable. And then your second, you can choose out of a list of about 24, which I'll show you on a slide after this. So for the junior intermediate requirements, like I said, it's 24 credits. So JI certifies you to teach grades 4 to 10. And so it's 24 credits. And this information, there's a link there at the bottom, is on our academic calendar for the Faculty of Education. You'll find all of the teachables listed there. So you can search the teachable that you're interested in pursuing and see what those 24 credits actually need to be. So here are the teachable subjects for JI. So there are a dozen to choose from. So you choose one of these. And then for IS, same thing on the academic calendar. You'll see all of the teaching subjects there. And the requirement for IS is 36 credits in your first teachable, 18 credits in your second teachable. And IS is grades 7 to 12. And here are twice as many teachables for IS. So there's 24 here. So you would choose 2 of these teachables for your IS program. Choices again for Glendon, their first teachable, like I mentioned earlier, all Glendon B.Eds will have French as a second language as their first. And then from the other 24 choices, that will be, you could choose one of those as your second. So here's an example. Let's say English was your teaching subject. So you would search for, here's English on this slide to make it simple. Basically, if you want English as a teaching subject, this is precisely what you need to follow. So for English as a first teachable in IS, you have to hit all 6 of these categories with the little bullet beside it. For a second teachable in IS, you need half of those, so 3 out of the 6. And if JI is your teachable, it's the same as you need to hit half of these requirements, so 3 out of the 6, okay? So for IS, 18 credits, first teachable, 36 credits in your first, 18 in your second, JI 24 credits, okay? And for Glendon students, for JI, the Francophone, so it's divided up. There's Francophone students would take FRAN 2710, followed by 12 credits in language, and then 6 in literature, 6 linguistics. And then for the non-Francophone, they would take FRAN 2810, and again, 18 credits, and 6 in literature or 6 in linguistics. And again, Mark is hosting info sessions like a drop-in where you can get really detailed information about the B.Ed at Glendon. So highly recommend that you attend that. Okay, so common courses for all Faculty of Education students in year 1 and 2. So these are the courses that no matter what division you are, PJ, JI, IS, all of you will be taking these courses over the 2 years of the B.Ed program. And for Glendon, they will be taking EDFR 2000 and EDFR 3000. And in addition, the primary, junior, and junior intermediate candidates will take a math-specific elective, and the intermediate senior candidates will take a free choice elective. Also for the Glendon students, there are these culture course requirements. So again, Mark will cover this information at the information drop-ins that he's hosting. Okay, so the 3 categories that you get to choose from are primary junior, junior intermediate, intermediate senior, and this chart here shows you the courses specific to the division that you choose. So for instance, primary junior take these 15 credits, junior intermediate take these 18 credits, and intermediate senior these 15, on top of those common courses I shared with you earlier on. And furthermore, the primary junior teacher candidates will take 9 elective credits. So they'll take 1 language literacy elective, 1 math elective, and 1 free choice. The junior intermediates will take a language or a math elective with 1 free choice. So they take 6 credits. And then intermediate seniors take 9 credits, all 3 of them free choice electives. So the first year in your B.Ed is very heavy in courses with an enrollment of 33 credits. And 2 of those courses are practicums. So a community practicum and a school practicum in year 1. And then the second year of the B.Ed is 27 credits, which allows for more time to be working in the classroom alongside your mentor teachers. So how it works is in year 1 of the B.Ed, we'll call that semester 1 and 2 being fall, winter. You will have a community-based practicum placement for the entire school year, September to May. And you will also have a school practicum placement, which will begin in January until May. And then in your second year, in the fall, which will be semester 3, you will have your second practicum placement in a school 2 days a week with a 2-week block. And then in the winter semester 4 of year 2, you will have a third practicum placement in a school with a 6-week block. In order to take part in all of these practicum experiences, you will be needing to get a vulnerable sector screening, and we'll talk to you about that at your May advising session that I'll talk about later on. So we want you to be covered for the entire school year, both years of the B.Ed program. So from September until May, we want you to be covered. And so we'll talk to you about ordering that vulnerable sector screening next July, okay? School practicum placement. So we work with Toronto Public and Separate, York Region Public and Separate, and Dufferin Peel Public and Separate school boards. So we will be finding a school placement for all of you, and we will find that placement based on the information you provide us by marking on this zone placement map where you would like to be placed. So that's what you have a say in as far as practicum placements. You can tell us geographically where you want to be placed, probably near your home. So you're going to have this information, a link to this map sent to you later on this month, where you will indicate your first and second choice for the location that you would like to be placed. And we will find a school that we work with to place you in based on that information that you provide. So the community placement, so the one that's going to be in your first year at the end. Okay, so in the first year of the B.Ed program, you'll have your community placement from September to May. And these community placements could be anything from language programs like ESL programs, libraries, sports clubs, homework clubs. There's all kinds of them. There's about 200 partnerships that we work with. And we're going to provide you with a link sometime next summer, probably early in August, where you'll get to see all of these partnerships. You have about a week, up to 10 days even, to really read through and see what's involved. And then you get to make 5 choices, and the practicum office will give you one of those choices that you've made. So for the next 9 months or so, what we want you to do is keep an eye on your inbox, on your email, junk and spam especially, since that's where all of our emails end up. So sometime toward the end of this month, you'll get a mock form. And on the mock form, we'll be asking you, are you planning to start with us next fall? Are you PJ, JIIS? What are your teachables? There's the zone map. Where would you like to be placed? Give us 1 and 2 choices, that kind of thing. So, or even if you have too many credits and you're not going to be able to start with us next year, there'll be somewhere to indicate that on this mock form as well. And then you'll just simply start the following year. So keep an eye out for that mock form. If there's any issue with JI or IS teachables, let's say you're missing a teachable or there's something, we'll get back to you. So you don't have to reach out to us. We will look through all of this information. And if there's anything we need to discuss with you, we will be reaching out to you. We want you to keep your GPA up. So you've got to be up past, 5.0 or above overall and in your teachables if you're JI or IS. In April, start looking at your inbox again, junk and spam, for this invite to the big group advising session, where all of you will come in cohorts of PJ, JI, IS, and you'll learn about what the first year of the BEd is going to look like. We'll talk to you about practicum and community, and you'll hear from some of the instructors and from our office. You'll get lots of information. You'll get enrolled in some courses. So that's a big, exciting info session that we'll be hosting next spring. So in May. What else can you do? We'll talk to you at that session about ordering your vulnerable sector screening. So you don't have to do that now. Just wait until you come to the session and we'll give you the timing when you need to start getting that done, which is not until July. In August, you'll get that link with all those community partnerships. So you can take your time and really make a good choice as far as 5 choices, and the practicum office will give you one of those. And finally, the program start date is not in September, it's in August. So we start the last week of August. So the week before that leads into Labor Day. So the last week of August, the program starts. And so if you're going away or you have a job or any plans for next summer, please leave your last week of August open, because your program with us starts then. And that is the end. So please ask me any questions at all. You can put your hand up. It's probably easier if you do that, or if you want to ask questions in the chat, Teresa's going to help me answer those too. Thanks, Teresa. And I will stop recording now.